Alright,
You ready?
alright. If you, I'm ready when you're ready, so...
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah, there you go. Long
I'm
reset
getting the
because it's
slowest
decomp?
of all time. Oh yeah, that was a good slow reset. God damn, 3 seconds of a slow reset.
Slowest reset known to man. Alright, so you saw this run last SRM. Here it is again. But this time there's a bunch of new skips found, so I decided to like put it back. Some of them will come later. One of them will actually come up right now, here in this first level, here in the first, well, not this star, but here in the first star in this first level that I'm about to enter.
Yeah, and we are going straight to the course number 6, I would want to say.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's an all 2 course. And in the start we did a skip to skip the wing cap that allows us to enter overworld too early. It's not like significantly earlier than normal, but it's still early enough. And what's the point for doing overworld too early?
Well, it gives me to try the skip first, which is frame perfect, by the way.
Wait, which skip?
This one coming up. It's very hard, as I said, it is frame perfect, so if I miss it, don't be too mad at me. Ah, okay, I did miss it. Well, okay, that's fine. I only lose like 20 seconds for it, but the idea there is you kick against the wall and you can like spawn in the level instead of having to do this. So, but it's fine. It's a pretty minor time loss. Again, I did overshoot the estimate as per usual because
yeah,
well,
1 hour and 20 minutes for estimate is kind of insane considering you have like a 1 hour PB.
I did. I don't think I've ever gotten a time worse than 1:14, but you know what? let's make everything safe here. There is a 3-minute credit sequence which we have to watch because why wouldn't we want to watch that credits, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We needed those Sonic Adventure ports and some random Zelda game that I don't remember.
It's Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Track sounds about right. I always wanted to port that song, and I never could find a good place for it.
Well, that's
It's really...
I'd say
like
it's a
doesn't
good
fit
place,
any
yeah.
ROM hack. Well, any course, any ROM hack. It's like, well, it sounds cool. Anyways, we are in the big course. It's kind of inspired by Galaxy, I would assume. It was made by usernames spiders, and those bees might remind you of spiders in his other hacks, and I guess it's kind of a reference. But those bees tell us that they don't like spiders, and they actually true bees. But sadly, we don't have any way to verify that.
That's a skip there, by the way. You're supposed to like climb up the entire mountain and then like fall down to the switch, but aptly enough, for one of the stars, you also get a warp to the top of the mountain. So you get to do that instead as well. Skip all like the climbing. There's like a bunch of fire spitters, Kurumames waiting for you in that like path upwards, and the warp is convenient there.
To be fair, it's partially me to blame for that skip to exist because at the very initial version of this course there was no warp to the top. You're just supposed to use the path of Kurumames to get not to the switch itself but to the very top of the mountain, but like what's the purpose of doing that twice if you have both reaching the top? So I decided to put a warp instead. I mean, it kinda works.
You can also do like a triple jump wall kick to get up to the switch, but it's like the same time, but it is a precise triple jump wall kick, so... Hundreds here.
Yeah, but probably should also mention that this game was made for the Fangame Marathon 2022, so last year Fangame Marathon. But the part itself that you're seeing right now wasn't featured in Fangame Marathon because the hack ended up being expanded upon the release. Mostly because I felt like just releasing a hack with a 50 star or like however many there is in Overworld 1 wasn't quite fitting for like a serious hack.
Oh no, I died! Never mind.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the death in this hack is incredibly rare. Like, I don't believe you can really die unless you really try.
My PB died, actually. Funny enough, my PB found the one place you can die and get spawned out the level. If you want to know how bad my PB is, I think that goes to show.
Yeah. I generally dislike the death warps. Like even some hacks that provide the death warps, like that, for example, dog collab, usually punish you by taking like 2 HP. I'm like super relaxed about that. I don't even punish a player for failing down. Like it's so often that you just slip up the random ledge and fall down that I just feel like it's not worth really kicking player out of the course or like even dealing damage. Like I remember in the Beyond the Curse Mirror, which also deals you like 1/4 of HP, I was so reckless that I just ended up dying 4 times in a row and getting booted out of the course with like 90 coins.
Dude, that's kind of a dick move from them, but you know what? Maybe you
I
kind of
mean, it's
deserved it.
understandable. I mean, I deserved it.
You
but
kind of
also-
deserved it, yeah. Couple secrets here. Tricky movement going around this mountain, but nothing too bad.
Yeah, those white things are explosion boxes. You don't want to touch them or break them rather from the bottom.
Yeah, you can jump over them like boxes, but they will blow up in your face if you like, you know, break them like any other exclamation point box. All right, that's the B course. I forgot what even it's called. I just call it the B course.
Honey something.
Yeah, something like that. We're going to play some
Close
golf.
enough.
Try to hole in one here. I think that's good. That might not be good, but let's just see. Okay, buenos.
This golf course oh my god, golf course is supposed to be a sphere course in this hack because Phantom really wanted to have a sphere course that would be tilted. And I decided why not make a sphere that you can tilt yourself. So we have a lot of combinations of the rotation you can give your sphere to play with. But when Mario drops down, you can't really have any control. So you need to set up the angle properly to reach the star.
Yeah, it's a bit precise to get to the star from that setup, but visual cues make it nice and easy.
And it's absolutely easy, the fastest star, well, the fastest way to get to the star.
Oh my god, I got this first try. This is like the hardest star in the run. Those rotating platforms are so poorly programmed. I swear to god, they just throw you out every time you like try to land on them and just get owned.
And I feel like Casuals had some troubles with the spinning platforms too, but sometimes you gotta throw some challenge at the player, and I mean it's course 7. You can expect at least some sort of difficulty, right?
You're not wrong. It would be the end game right now. Except I'm doing this course like second, so I can't really say that that's the case for me.
And now that I realize that there's like a significant portion of this game is side courses, like there are only 8 main courses, 64 stars, so 16 of the other stars are a bunch of random side shenanigans. Yeah, this is course 7. It's a course made by Luigi Manor 4. It's a Dead Space course. I'm not sure if you noticed the gimmick here, but there are the airlocks which allow you to change the gravity. So when Mario is wearing the red and blue costume, he has a normal gravity, but outside in the space he has a fully blue costume, which will give him a lower gravity, which will be used for some platforming here and there.
You get to see that in a later star, just me flying up the stage upwards.
It's a bit slow, so kind of an awkward mechanic, but yeah, messed up with the gravity. It is what it is.
You get to see that right now. I get to do like certain skips based on like, or using my low gravity.
It's a Dead Space base. I'm not even sure if I came up with this title or it was Luigi Man. I really can't remember at this point. Yeah, the story behind Luigi Man that when I was trying to pick up someone to make a course for this hack, I was at the A32 server. Not sure if you know about the A32 project. It's a huge project organized by Shine to make an A32 star collab hack. And Luigi Man was doing a lot of work to make sure the hack is actually functioning properly. I decided, okay, I might as well give Man a chance and invite them to make a course for this game too.
Let him cook.
Yeah, let them cook. Although some people consider this course pretty weak, I think it's pretty neat. Like, it's nothing like absolutely mind-blowing, but it's a good breezer course between a sphere and course 8.
a bit of some weird platforming, especially here. Like it's very cycle based, so you kind of want to get on your ideal cycles. Otherwise, it gets very weird trying to get some of these red coins like over the top of this fucking abyss right here. Again, a bit like abysses in this course don't really kill you; they just spawn you pretty nearby, so it's not that punishing, but still.
They spawn you on the top of the plant where the red coins start just spawned. So you just jump and get the red coin, acquire it. It's not like that awful.
Hundreds now. Just go around the level. This is one of the tighter 100 coin routes since I don't get the blue coin switch in this level since it's a bit too far off. It's the blue coin switch is in the area where we did like the first star with the spinning blades.
Yeah, Mui, it is what it is. I mean, the low gravity gimmick was already used by Case in SM64 Land, and I'm pretty certain there are more hacks. Even Other Mario Adventure would use the low gravity gimmick, although it was coded a bit differently. But yeah, this course in general is pretty low on coins. I would say even with the blue coin switch, I wouldn't say there's like more than 30 coins here, right?
Yeah, like the blue coin switch probably gives you like just 30. But yeah, so
It's, if not 20 even. like barely any coins in this course.
And we pair it to the secrets in this it's called a cargo room. I guess with all the wooden boxes around.
It's a cargo room. I'm not sure what they're storing because we can use parallel cam to cheat around and see, but there's nothing out of those boxes. They're completely empty. Like I feel like that's a scam, or the base is so dead that they're just storing the boxes just for the show.
Yeah, it's the boxes is the merchandise itself.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
They're just selling boxes, dude. They're a box company. Okay, jump over here to this last secret.
Yeah, the gimmick of this room is those elevators that you can control with the switch, but I don't believe we ever really need to use it, because just using the platforming gives you enough of a leverage. And you don't want to really care about the cycle the elevator is on.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow sometimes, so let's not bother with it. Alright, good space base there. We're gonna do the reds in this overworld now.
Yeah, this overworld, if you played Super Mario 74 Extreme Edition, although play will be going a bit too far because you need to have 150 stars to reach this place in Extreme Edition. But yeah, this is a Triarch bridge from the Extreme Edition. The story about this place is that Arthur Tilley, the originator of Purge 74, really wanted this course to be included in Serene Fuse because he considered it a masterpiece. So, but I didn't consider it to be good enough for anything really. So I just put it as an overworld, which I think it serves its purpose well enough.
Yeah, it's a serviceable enough overworld. So, I mean, you know, as much as overworlds get, so I don't really see a problem with that.
The idea here is that you are trying to color the Triarch bridge to its original colors. So, as we saw in with the honey course, it was like orangey. With the dead space, it was purple and blue, I think. I don't remember. And with the sphere course, it was red. And the player is gradually unlocking more colors to try out to color the Triarch bridge properly. So, for example, the next course we're gonna go for, we'll color the Triarch again wrong. It's gonna be a dance course, and it's gonna be a yellow course, and it's still wrong. It's supposed to be like a cool green grass, not a orange purple grass. Anyways, we did a skip there.
Yeah, there was a skip there. Don't mind it. Now
yeah, it's just a skip of the cutscene. Nothing more.
You won't miss any skips here because this level is all about skips. You can give it a rundown of how this level works.
Yeah. Okay. I need to clear out my throat. Give me a sec. I need to sip of water real quick.
Take your time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
He's cooking. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook. Yeah. Okay. So, the gimmick in this course is the time switching. So how does this work? It will put Mario from the present day to 40 years apart. So there's a time, kind of a time, I guess. I think the thing is called flux in the bottom left corner that you can see. There's a meter, so you can switch time only a limited amount of times, so only 5 times before the count depletes. But here's the catch. I thought it's going to be a little bit too annoying if you had to refill the time normally, so I let the player hold the L button to warp to the closest pool. But if you do that, you can cancel the star animation graph, and that turns the course effectively into a non-stop mode. So you just go to the star, hold the L button, collect the star, let the cutscene play out, keep holding the L button, and boom, you warp to the closest pool, have your animation set, and you can continue to proceed with the course. And that makes this whole course basically a non-stop, even though this hack normally boots you out of the course when you grab the star. So we have to go for hundreds and all the stars at the same time. There are a couple more occasions of the non-stop mechanic in this game, which we will talk about very soon, so keep that into your mental notebooks.
If you notice there, I skipped the red coin spawning star spawning animation just by also holding L.
Nice, I didn't know that. That's dope.
I actually discovered that by accident, like recently. It's not even on my PB. I don't know how I only discovered it like a couple days ago, but yeah, that's essentially a new discovery for me.
Yeah, we're gonna have compared to the last run of Serene Fusion, last SSRM actually, we're gonna have quite a bit new strats here and there, because there were even more game-breaking strategy discoveries found out by Jarp, I guess, mostly.
Yeah, Jarp.
Thanks, Jarp.
Jarp found half of it in one stage, and I found like pretty much all the rest of the skips to be featured in just about every other stage.
Anyways, we're going for the Wiggler fight, which hopefully is not gonna glitch out on us. But the thing is with the Wiggler fight, I made it so you couldn't switch time after you get the third hit on the Wiggler, because otherwise the star disappears. So hopefully Iso won't have to like re-enter the course, and you need to be very, very careful, because now after you grab the star you are not going to be able to switch the time, so you must end in the past, because only in the past there's going to be a star, another star, there's going to be a tree grown up that we can use to go on the top. So I think if you could just want to mash L button, nothing will happen, right?
Yeah, well, I can hold the L button like that and
yeah, of course,
teleport
holding
back,
L.
but now I can't. Yeah, I can't like switch times. I'm stuck in this timeline forever, which presents like one extra threat right here in this wall kicks. I have to like triple jump wall kick off of a box, and so if I break the box, I'm kind of just screwed, like right here.
You're supposed to use the time switch to show either one wall or the other wall that you wall kick off, but yeah, that's not an option right now.
Yeah, since you can't switch times. All right, we like some randomizer.
So randomizer was changed between various versions of this game. The randomizer algorithm was nerfed quite substantially in the recent versions of Serene Fusion, so now it's a lot less prone to give you like actually impossible RNG.
Yeah,
so,
it feels like this first one and this like second one with the pyramids is a bit tighter, but everything else seems easier.
yeah, it was nerfed quite substantially, mostly because people were skill issuing.
Bro, those searchlights were kind of obnoxious sometimes. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And this thing too. This thing before the update would give you things that were like literally impossible to like complete. So, hey.
Yeah, I mean, it was also very fun when the pyramid was spawning on top of the pipe, so it was literally blocking the entrance.
Yeah.
Wow, that was interesting walking.
I didn't even know I had 45. Okay, look. What do I have to do here?
I mean, this is doable. This is doable.
What? Okay. I don't know how I did not wall kick that, but okay. We're gonna get a doable pattern eventually.
Yeah, if you don't know Star Revenge, all these areas are reference to various Star Revenge games. So, this Star Revenge 0 previously was 2.5, and before that was Star Revenge 1.5. And now we're gonna go to the area for Star Revenge 3.5 with those cacti.
no re-rolling here, bro. I'm an honest gotcha player. I never re-roll.
Yeah, this was nerfed quite substantially because people are unable to do lava bounces if they only played vanilla Sim 64. Do you need to do lava bounces in vanilla Sim 64 ever? Probably like
no.
once in a while, probably. And
In a
that's it.
speedrun, obviously you do, but like in casual playthrough, they pretty much
I mean, even in speedrun, you barely do any. So.
you lava bounce up the volcano.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. You lava bounce on the slope, not the wall. And people don't know how to lava bounce on the wall in order to keep the momentum of Mario. So,
Ah.
well, I mean, well, that's
this one's much easier.
Yeah, that was a skill issue. It was the better engine for sure.
Yeah, maybe I should reroll, but yeah, I have honor. This one you don't need to reroll.
It's a bit hard to know when to reroll. Like sometimes you just see the pattern seems okay, but then there's like suddenly a random flashlight that blocks your way. Yeah, this is Star Range 5.5 reference. Previously was Star Range 6, and now we're gonna go to Star Range 8. Although reference to Star Range 8 is a little bit, I would say, weird. So the trick Ice is gonna try to do is a no-block glitch,
Like that.
but it's significantly easier in this particular version of no blocks because you can just press A button on the first frame when you collide with the no block, and it will give you a tons of height, and that allows to clear this area much quicker than normal.
Alright, that finishes up the second overworld. Now we're gonna go to the first overworld. First up, Azure Abyss, and this one's the most
And,
changed between my last run.
And yeah, I need to take another sip of water for that one.
So it starts off pretty tame. We get one star here that isn't too hard, except Aglab actually made a patch for this that actually makes this skip harder, so we have to do it a different way.
I didn't try to make it harder. It just happened to be. I don't even know what happened. Like,
Yeah, I think you moved like the gap in the wall lower, so you have to like try a different setup over like the triple jump wall kick.
I was trying to make this course not lag on N64. That's all I did really. Between
Well,
versions.
it did something else.
It did something else.
Something
Like, I still have no clue why would it even have those collision issues in the first place. Like, it's a literal wall there. Why it doesn't work?
Alright, now the fun begins. You can start explaining all that's about to happen in
Okay,
this
so first of
jabroni
all,
here.
if you remember course 8, it's the same deal over here. We are gonna try to do a non-stop. And this non-stop will allow us to collect, I would say, 4 stars at the same time. So maybe 5.
Just about every other star in this course, honestly.
Yeah, like a lot of stars. And the way this happened to be is just a bunch of oversights that just happen to be exactly perfectly wrong coded that you can do it. Like, the idea is basically the same. Our strategy is to let us press the L button in order to cancel our animation for the star grab. Or not the L button, just anything to cancel our star grab animation. And the first thing that ISO is gonna go for is the star of the Manta. He just skipped it because he can, well, go on the top. There is a failsafe for the Manta. If your Mario is too low, like you will try to wall kick in a particular place, L2 retry appears. But hey, if you just catch the star while L2 retry is active and press the L button, woohoo! You skip the animation. But it's not the only use for that bug. If you go into the section right there that is blocked off with like a bunch of sand and press L there, you will get spawned back on the top. And you can see there's a star that spawned for that. So you don't really need to be able to escape from the bottom, you can just use the L to retry. So, but here's the catch. There's a sand platform that is going up, trying to catch the Mario, and so he wouldn't have to reclimb. So here's the thing, that platform, it's right there, it's rising up. Because it's raising to the last position where Mario was safe on. And it was basically top of the course. Now here's the thing, you would think, well, okay, it's like really high up. How is this gonna work? So here's the thing, I made the bug that if you stay on the ground, the condition to fail-safe and put Mario above the thing in the safe place, doesn't trigger. Just a complete cold mess up. It doesn't really affect the casual plays because that's not a normal condition that can ever occur. But for speedrunners, it just happened to be incredibly lucky. And now Ice is gonna go for a double stack grab.
Well, yeah,
Very
double star
good.
spawn.
Double star spawn.
That's how spawns the red coin at the top.
Yep, saves like a second or two.
Yeah.
Very clean.
You also use the warp again so that we can go back to the top of the manta ray. Like here. And we can do yet again just holding L.
Yeah, let's continue the thing.
Whoops.
Well, yeah, the L3 tray is also a little bit limited, so you cannot like do it forever. I think it's gonna run out after like 5 seconds or so. But that's pretty full of time for basically anything you want to do. You can't like go around the course with L3 try and like skip every star, but if you do it wisely enough, that's not a problem.
Last star here, no funny shenanigans here. With the L2 reset, just get the
Honestly,
star.
this course is not even that fucked. I think it's mostly just an interesting way to break this, and like you still see basically all the interesting content of the course. It's just a little bit more twisted, I guess you can call it.
That one saves about like a minute and a half if you do it all really well. So that's where most of the time save comes from in the previous run now.
Anyways, this is the Predestined Fate, I want to say. I don't remember how exactly this course is called. It's just a music name that I couldn't find out the proper course name for this. So, Predestined Fate, yeah. So this course has a gimmick. It's a V6 gimmick. It's a very old game. Well, how old is this, I wonder? Like 15 years maybe? I have honestly no clue. So you can switch the gravity. It was taken from the SM64 anti-gravity from Arthur Tilly. And the SM64 collision engine is really nice that you can practically, with like 100 lines of code, make it so Mario is upside down without like too many shenanigans happening. So those walls that ISO was walking, you know, would just switch your gravity automatically. It is what it is. And using some clever platforming, like for example, well, you messed up again. Oh, you do this. Interesting. I was expecting you to roll out on the top. I guess this also works. It is just a significant amount of platforming that you can do in order to make your life easier and be faster. Like this course has some very credible learning curve. Like if you, like, it makes even the experienced players like have to struggle with Mario movement a bit because when Mario is upside down, it feels very different. But if you know what you are doing, you can schmooze like I so did. Are you gonna really do that? Yeah, this is a Easter egg in this course in particular.
If you were wondering how I got the DuckTales theme at the start, that's how you do it.
Yeah, there are like 2 other hacks, another Mario Adventure and another boss battle test that also has the similar Easter egg, which I encourage you to try to search for. It is another Mario Adventure, it's very obvious. In boss battle test, I guess why would play as Kaizo hack? But yeah, it's just a common, funny Easter egg. Anyways, we are on border slide, but we're not gonna be sliding here a whole lot today because using some arch jumps and wall kicks, you can just skip through the whole course. Like
nice
that.
slide, bro, dude. Really outdid yourself with that slide. Interesting stage upcoming as well. You can only stay outside certain zones for 10 seconds, so everything you have to do, which is all the caps are in the stage, and there's an 8 red coin star, so you have to pretty much get all of them while, like, you know, on a 10-second timer when you're like outside these zones. There's like certain skips you can do, such as this one.
Yeah, this is supposed to be Dice Fortress. In real Super Mario 74, this course has 7 stars, but I would say even in remake, this course can have like at most 1 star. Like this is like such a tiny course, and just having player boot out of the course every time is just sad.
Yeah, that would
So-
be sad. Just like do like a 5-second star and then sit through the thing, like the animation grab and all that stuff, just to go back and get another 5-second star.
Yeah, and I always think it having just a blue coin switch or blah, 3 cap switches. I did it. Is a much better approach to this course.
One of them we don't hit, by the way. We don't get the metal cap because for the metal cap we can just do this.
Yeah, this is not really necessary. And I don't believe metal cap appears everywhere else in the game, but vanish cap and wing cap do.
Even wing cap you don't need to hit outside of the course, but this course you need the wing cap to get that last coin that I just got, so yeah. Alright, hardest course in the run, I would say.
Well, I mean, you do need wing cap though. Like, I don't believe you can do course 2 without a wing cap.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot. I was about to just do that course. Right here.
Yeah.
I kinda just forgot it had a wing cap. But yeah, you'll see it because it's the last star in this course. Mechanic here, you press L and you switch between what's lava and what's not lava in this area. But if you die here, you actually will have to restart the level. It's one of the rare cases where dying is pretty punishing.
You have to skill issue to die though, so I think it's fair.
One of my
But also, if you look close enough at this area was supposed to be just a boring shell section where you have to use shell on the lava, but I think I made it a bit more interesting by removing the shell, but also adding a way to switch lava and save ground. Also, the way you progress in this game is by collecting star in every course. So when you collect any star in any course, it will unlock the next one. So ISO you just keep an animation for the course unlocks, but basically after grabbing a star in course 2 you have an access to course 3, from course 3 you have access to course 4, etc, etc.
Course 5 gives you access to the Bowser stage, but you can't get the Bowser key without beating the randomizer stage that we did earlier.
Yep, and randomizer stage is hidden because behind course 8, and course 8 is hidden because course 7. You got the deal. So, were you to do 80% IC run, it would be like 10 star out of 80. So it's not a whole lot of IC, but I didn't really design this game about IC completion. So ISO is trying to do a skip over here that will allow us not to go inside the frozen house, but use a pretty precise slope kicks. Like this is a pretty slippery slope.
Don't worry, I played some Kaizo in my time. I know how to slope jump 10 million times. Curse you, bro, dude, for putting more Kaizo into this casual hack.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I should have made the slopes a bit more punishing in general, but I don't really want to patch anything right now.
Yeah, it's good as it is. Don't make me come back to more PB attempts just because of one random change. We're good.
I mean, I still plan to make this game work on N64 eventually. It's just really a hard ask, like, it's not trivial. This game has both performance issue due to graphics and due to CPU usage, so it's not trivial at all. But I will do it eventually, copying Galaxy.
And make it such that speedruns are only legal and accepted on speedrun.com on the console.
Yes.
Console supremacist for the win. So we're gonna do this 100 coin star all while waiting for this thing to get to the end, this little emerald, because we need it for a star. And that puts some kind of time pressure on us. It's not that like tight, but slight mistakes here and there can just cost you like a full minute or two. Oh, can I do the thing? I think I can do it. If I do this, I spawn the star right here, get launched up, and I get to ride the thing. Whee!
Nice. That's useful. I guess.
Yeah, you save like a couple seconds.
I don't even think you save 1 second.
What?
Oh boy, well that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Does it even respawn here?
You should do another star. You
I
have
think
to
I
wait
do,
for
yeah.
forever.
Do I have another star? Wait, I think I did every star.
Well, that's a problem then. Like, it's over, bro.
Whoops. Yeah, I'll just,
Like, the platform is just waiting for you to press the last switch now, but it's gonna wait for it
Ah,
a bit too long.
that's how that works. Alright, well there you go. That's why my estimate's 120, because stuff like that can just happen. You lose like a full minute or two, as mentioned. But hey, this time we don't get the hundreds. You can just like wait until the end.
Yeah, so this is supposed to be kind of a reference to Wario World, I think, with
Wario
those
World?
crystals, something like that. I consider it a reference to Sonic Adventure because that's what I know. That's why we have a Sonic Adventure track right here. It's a Red Mountain Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, that's
And
all
it
I was
got-
like thinking here, but like Wario World?
It is definitely a Wario reference, like for sure. Brother told me that.
See.
Like that crystal, like that blue crystal, yeah, like the biggest one, with a weird eye. That's a reference to Wario or something. Yeah, the Course One song was actually
Huh? Wasn't
Emerald
there?
Coast.
Okay,
Well,
maybe I have
L,
another star for
L,
real this time.
L. Well, like
I thought that already was there.
it was not even close. What do you mean?
I was I forgot I wasn't collecting the thing, but yeah, that can happen again. I can just do this still.
Yeah, that's on L on Ice's behalf. But yeah,
That's a
Course One
huge,
has an music from the Emerald Coast. It's also Sonic Adventure song. You might be curious why there are so many Sonic Adventure tracks in this game. This is very obvious. Lots of courses from this game were from Pro 74. It's a very old project that never got to its fruition, and most courses didn't have any music.
Which one is it? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, good luck. I wasn't either.
You. I thought you
Go
were
for the green
looking.
one.
I thought you were looking, man.
Imagine.
Come on, man. You gotta help me out here.
I mean, you realize I have only one CPU. Like when I talk, I cannot view anything. Like I cannot comprehend anything.
You're a single core being.
Yeah, I have a 3 GB RAM.
It's one of those PCs from the 80s.
Yeah.
Alright, this time for real, for real. I swear on my mom.
But yeah, so Pro 74 courses never saw its fruition to the end hack, so I reused a couple courses here and there from Pro 74 now to build this hack because without them I wouldn't be able to have anything to present for Fan Game Marathon. So it was kind of a backup plan at the start, but in the end it ended up being my kind of a plan B hack at this point. I think it ended up pretty well, you know. First place on romhacking.com, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah. How does it feel, man? You managed to publish the highest rated ROM hack on romhacking.com.
Yeah.
All that while having made every single SM64 ROM hack tool in existence. Surely it has to feel something. Tell us about that. How does it feel to be the
Not
GOAT?
bad.
To be
GOAT.
the GOAT himself. The best ROM hack and the best ROM hack tools known to mankind. Alright, this is the star I forgot. Yeah, apparently there's a wing cap here. I've already just forgotten. Goes to show how much I practiced this.
Yeah, but as we have a Red Mountain, what else song could you fit here other than the tornado chase sequence? After all, in the Sonic story, in Sonic Adventure, that's what's gonna happen normally. You beat Red Mountain, you get the tornado sequence. Although we don't have a cool as huge ship flying around, that would be dope. But I think this song fits really well as a wing cap theme anyways. And it's an absolute slapper. Leper in the jammer, if you will.
It would be fun if you also put this wing cap theme on like the overworld.
Yeah, so I try to make sure every course has a unique song, and that goes the same for the wing cap, vanish cap, metal cap songs. So
It's a good design choice. I approve of that.
no, that's a tornado chase sequence. When you fly the tornado, like it's a ship, and you chase the egg carrier. Yeah, it's an egg carrier.
You're chasing
right.
the egg carrier, so technically
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
It is a carrier, yeah, I'm three-heading right now. I totally didn't host this marathon for like third day already. I'm feeling slightly dead inside. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Don't
don't mess
worry.
with them Sonic fans, dude. They know everything.
I was also a Sonic fan. I only had Dreamcast, So I played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 to the teeth. Like, I know everything. Anyways, yes, that's the thing that's happening. Ooh. Wow, that was a really nice launch. Oh my god. So those things are from Sonic Adventure 2. And if you happen to build in one of those, they will give you a ton of momentum. And given that momentum, you can get on top of the course. And getting from the top of the course, you can basically skip like 4 stars here, 3 stars.
4, yeah.
Yeah, if you also have to dive after the BLJ. That's why ISO is trying to post buffer, I assume.
Yeah. Try to get this right.
Like you lose speed very quickly if you don't dive.
Yeah, that ledge grabbing that windmill blade is really hard. So I have to like pause buffer that as well. You can also do the skip without BLJing. In fact, the BLJ itself only really saves like 2 seconds for the 2 stars that I did. But for the stars I'm going to be doing, it's actually faster not to do the BLJ and just dive like this. And it still puts you up here.
Yeah, that's a L on my part. I should have made sure that Mario always have that single jump animation, so the chicanery wouldn't happen. But I don't feel like patching it right now. Like, no casual find this anyways.
I found this as a casual. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Unironically, by the way, I found this skip while just casually playing. I didn't find like the BLJ setup, but I found that like, oh, if you just dive while you grab the thing, you can just get launched.
Yeah, I guess if you know the no-block glitch setup, like the one in the binary hacks, it's not a big deal to realize that you can also just do the same thing here.
Yeah, that's the kind of the idea too. I was like, wait, if I press B and conserve the momentum, do I just get launched? And turns out, that's exactly what happens.
Skip like a whole lot of gimmicks, so I welcome everyone watching this stream to play this game yourself and figure out the actual ways to collect the stars, because they are not like particularly boring. I try to make sure that every star has some kind of unique thing, although usually there's like 1 star that I CBA'd on. But I think that's a fair thing to do. You always have to have 1 star and just a breather without any particular crazy mechanic in it. This hack was also designed to be... oh yeah, the Koopa race. Let's go talk about Koopa race. Koopa cannot run on top of the walls, so he needs Mario's help. If you don't help the Koopa and just get to the finish flag, there's gonna be a huge sign that will tell you to find the Koopa. And yeah, you need to help the man.
Yeah, he's struggling with these walls. It's up to us to push him up. Anything that like presses the B, or any action that uses the B button launches him, I think. So
I don't exactly know. I think just hardcoded a couple behaviors that worked.
Dives works, light kicks works, kicks work. I think you can punch him. Yeah, you can punch him.
Yeah, Mushi mentioned that it's not actually a reference to the old hacks where Koopa breaks. I just happened to make it like that. I had an idea for this gimmick like ages. I always wanted to make this silly thing, and this course just happened to be a good candidate for that.
Here's the one place you can die, by the way, and have to respawn the level. My BB dies here. Funny enough.
Well, you have to have some incredible skill issue to die here, though. Or be very fast, that also works.
Yeah, I was like trying to make a cycle and it did not happen, and I just got owned. Like I got comboed by these things. So the way these work is that like, you see those like rising lines of red? Whenever they come in contact with a surface, it actually turns that surface into lava. So it's like a custom thing you just kind of have to avoid.
Yeah, it's a bit lenient, so it doesn't like always trigger, but if you're just gonna stand there, it's absolutely gonna try to burn.
On like some platforms, you can like you can get hit with that, and your lava bounce perfectly lands on the next cycle of it, so you can get like comboed if you don't move.
Yeah, that's some insane skill issue though.
Anyone love Toho? I love Toho, by the way. Shout out to all my Toho fans.
I love anime too. Anime is good. Anyways. Is there a Toho anime, by the way? I'm sure there is, right?
All Toho anime are like fan-made. The Toho man himself, Zune, has not like officially made an anime or officially licensed an anime. So all anime that like features Toho is fan made
I see.
and
I see.
unlicensed. Couple of gimmicks here in this stage. This one is just things that light up are not lava, things that don't light up are lava.
Yeah, this is a puzzle course of kinds. I think it's a pretty good fit for this hack considering nothing else really is as puzzly. So you just have a couple challenges here there. It's a maze, but the correct answer is just lit up by the particles. So where you choose just call in correct particles, it will bring you to the end of the maze. Although that was a weird path, or I'm being stupid.
Oh, that's the correct path. Because I'm over here now. I'm over at the mirror room, which, as you can see on the side there, shows the correct tiles to land on. And the gimmick here is that the coin next to the correct warp has 5 coins instead of just 1 coin.
Yeah, people were struggling with this gimmick, the puzzle a lot, but they call it also a skill issue. Just be better. You can always say when you design something poorly, it's a skill issue of a player, of course.
Cool. Yeah, Troll Star room there, everything is on like the form of a star. The coins, the enemies, the fire spitters are stars. But no actual troll stars, by the way. So no real Brogoot memes of like you got a star that's not actually a star, but you still have to redo the entire level because it didn't give you any progress.
At least it shows off how nice the star glow looks. I totally didn't steal that from Odyssey Mario moveset, PC port. Totally.
No one has to know, don't worry. Skip here for these fish. Oh, does that make it? Nah, it makes it.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty nice. So this is a room is a reference to one of the Wanna Be the Guy fan games. It's called. Oh my god, I'm actually blanking it. I'm stupid. Anyways, it's a reference to a fan game.
Yeah. I actually don't know what you're talking about, so. Yeah.
I wanna be Genki with you. There we go. I did it. It only took me like a minute. But yeah, those fish are also Joel, because Joel was a very prominent meme back in the day.
Yeah, confession, I don't have 7TB installed.
Oh boy.
I don't trust Chromium extensions and all that stuff, so I don't have fucking better TPPB and all that stuff. Franker Face Z when it first came out. Whoa!
That was. I'm surprised it was actually a slope.
I know, I kind of was too. Okay, these platforms are kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Like, look at how they move and like their hitbox or like the collision box on them is much smaller than they look. So like you can like kind of land on them, but because of how their collision works, they just push you out anyways. So that's this entire stage in a nutshell. It's just like all these weird mechanics. That
was the main idea
jack.
here. It's a haunted factory, right? And I mean, why would the factory that's properly working, it even has the cool flow of the purple liquid, how would it be haunted? Well, that's the reason. We have a fish attack with the jewels, we have some weird tentacles from the ground, we have those bulls, you know? I mean, there had to be a reason.
One of these boos in the background, by the way, just a funny trivia, like the transparent appearing boos. Like some of them can, they're like a couple rare PNGs they can be. They're usually just boos from other Mario games, but then they can be like King Boo, and one of them is like Germa's face as well from like the Amogus Sus meme. So if you can see, if you see that, go point it out because it's very rare. But
it's like 1 in 254 chance for
254, 255.
254.
254.
To be a Jorma face. It's a bit more bright, so you could actually see it, but yeah, you still have to pay attention.
Well, how did I go over there? Okay.
Oh, nice.
Guy had a mind of
I
its
think
own. Yeah.
I really should fix that too. But
I don't know where these things are going, man. What is?
They're just not behaving right now.
Yeah, thankfully, our Lord and Savior Aglap put L to reset on these things as well. So like, if it goes the wrong direction, you can just press L and it just resets to its original spawn. God bless. And that's all for that. one last jump scare moment here. These vents just have one.
Yeah, they are not there to kill you. They're literally just to make the player grab their pants. Nothing else.
They're there to make the speedrunner go slower, and that makes me angry.
Oh yeah, gotta lose that 1 second.
Yeah, because you have to
Maybe even 2.
just roll out for it. So you saw the wing cap in Course 2, and the only use of the wing cap in Course 2 by the overall. Here features the only use of Vanish Cap, I believe, in the entire game, right? Outside of the
Yes,
Vanish Cap switch.
yeah. Yeah, that's only time when you really need a Vanish Cap, and I cannot imagine how you would skip that. Unless you find some crazy BLJ, but like it has to be very crazy for BLJ.
You can probably like get stuck on one of the corners with the shell and like, you know, gain infinite speed that way, and probably that leads to something. But the technicalities of how that would work, I
Sounds
don't know.
a bit too dubious. I don't know.
That would be some SM64 expert stuff. Leave that to,
Yeah.
leave that to that guy. Did I get a glitch coin here?
I think you did.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah. Unfortunate. There's this blue anyway if you get this last of the 100 coins. Weird enough. I don't know why the coins glitch out there. Do you like know the technical explanation of that?
I absolutely no clue either.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Something like hitting the coin box and then they like spawn up onto the floor once they spawn, I think. That's how it has to do with it, but yeah, besides that.
I can call that intended and call that just a haunted coin, you know?
The Rambi Rampage approach, I see. Make a level with 50,000 invisible walls and awful collision, and you say, it's supposed to be a challenge for the player to dodge all these invisible walls. And yeah, sure.
Hey, just make a triple V's, no biggie.
Sure enough. Whatever you say. What am I doing next? I'm gonna like harness the powers of Pablo Picasso in this next one. If I don't die, but you know, it's the overall whatever. But this next star is kinda it's a star. It's one of these stars of all time.
So many people had various troubles with it, and I still need to remake the scoring system for this to make it a bit more fair. Like it gets way too trivial. I need to think how to...
Trivial?
Yeah, like I mean, when you have only 50% to complete, it's incredibly trivial. And it's not very interesting, but I probably just need to make it a bit easier to draw. That's not an easy task.
Definitely ain't the trivial for the speed run. I'll tell you that.
I mean, you did a pretty good job. It even looks like a star.
Kinda. You get the idea. Alright, next one is a pretty interesting technical level here. It's gonna look like one single star at first, but we're actually gonna get 2 stars here because, well, it has 2 stars at the end. And the gimmick here is that sometimes we're Mario, sometimes we're Luigi, and regardless of who we are, we're going to do some really funky stuff.
Oh, let's simply skip. I'm not sure why would you want to walk it there instead of just triple jump, but I guess it works.
I think it's faster.
You think so?
Maybe.
I doubt that.
But I do it because Jarp does it, and he has like a really good time for the stage.
Okay, yeah, I would trust Jarp too.
If Jarp will do it, then if anyone will do it, then whatever, right? You know?
Yeah. Jarp, you have to trust.
I don't have a brain for myself to think about optimal strats. If monkey see, monkey do, as they say. Whoops, I just missed it, but
This is a pyramid cave from Sonic Adventure 2.
it is, yeah.
It is supposed to be used for the slide earlier, if you remember, which was completely skipped. But the story is that the creator of this course, Rion, really liked this song and it fit. So I had to make a different song for slide and let him use the pyramid cave instead.
Tight timing here with these red blocks. Just a funny thing here, if you like accidentally ground pound while long jumping or while trying to long jump, you're probably gonna fall. So don't do that.
Yeah, not recommended for sure.
And here they're supposed to like climb up the mesh there and do some slow. Well, it's fast climbing or fast moving around now because Aglat put it that way, but you can still just skip the monkey bar section there.
Well, it's Hackers SM64 thing. I didn't do anything to the how they called the jungle something. How are they called?
So just call it the monkey bars.
Monkey bars. That sounds wrong. Okay, it works. Monkey bars.
It's a monkey bar, dude.
It is.
Yeah, we get 2 stars. Because both Mario and Luigi get their own star here.
Yay. We didn't have a double animation for both stars. Great. Neat.
Right, pretty funky auto-scroller here. That can sometimes screw you over, but well, let's try not to have that happen.
Yeah, this auto-scroll is 100% based on the Sonic game that I played at the time. It's Sonic Boom referenced.
I thought it was a Lost Worlds. It's called Lost World. The music is from Lost World.
The song is, song is, but the mechanics themselves are from Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom is actually a really good game, but you should play it on the emulator because on Wii U it's unplayable. So I don't think it.
Yeah, okay, so that's kind of what I mean. Sometimes it can just happen, but like, yeah.
I mean, that you should have just read better. That's it.
Yeah, as you know, I should have just seen where the thing was coming, even though it was fully contracted. Of course. Not even some Toho player skill can react to that.
The idea here is that I wanted Mario to always move, so you don't really have a chance to take a breather. And in 1.0 version of this game, people had quite a bit of trouble with it because there was no checkpoint. So people were doing this section, then this section with the fires, and they're like, "Well, I hope there's a checkpoint." And then they die to the next section, and they complain. And I'm like, "Okay, stop complaining."
This is a checkpoint.
Yeah, now there's a checkpoint, so people could not complain anymore. Whee! Yeah, that's a checkpoint.
Yeah, just to showcase that this is a checkpoint, and all this is absolutely unnecessary, by the way. This is slower, but you know what? We ball.
Yeah, that's a Sonic rail section, if you know what I'm talking about. You're supposed to like grind on those rails with the shell, but where to skip the trigger that enables the sequence, you can just literally walk on the things.
Yeah, they're very thin though. They're thin as they get.
Yeah, the rails themselves have like a pass fixed, so it's not a problem when you actually use the trigger properly. So check the game out yourself and try out the rail thing. Yes, move Mario.
Here's the shortest of the levels in this like bonus section. You just climb up.
Yeah, initially Serene Fusion was well, it wasn't really named Serene Fusion at the time, but let's call it a collab hack from Fangame Marathon 2022. It was supposed to be a bunch of towers put together. That there is the only tower that was made for that project. This. That's why I decided to come with Project 34 Planet, because otherwise it would not have happened.
That's not Toho music, by the way. There's no more Toho music there. I don't know what it is from, but I don't think it's Toho music. No, I know it's not.
Castlevania.
Yeah, it's Castlevania.
Same thing for Course 5, I'm pretty sure it's also Castlevania. But don't ask me which one, I have no idea. I'm not a Castlevania expert, or really anything from that age. Actually, are there any modern Castlevania games? I don't know.
Yeah, beats me. I've never played a Castlevania game either.
Okay.
I'm that uncultured, probably.
I'm just gonna assume there is none.
Scuttlebug will probably know, since he made this level, and probably is a Castlevania fan himself.
Yeah, Scuttlebug made a bunch of Castlevania ports, and they do some pretty good, like, there's some pretty good bangers here. And actually the tower area port was also made by Scuttlebug. Who would have thought? I originally supposed to use a different port for the tower area. It was supposed to be the fast select song, but it was a bit too boring. I think it works better the fast select, honestly. Or X select, I mean, stupid. Fast select song was just a random Sonic Adventure song that no one knows. It's a Hedgehog Hammer, the any mini game song for Sonic Adventure. Like, I'm pretty convinced that if you were to give that song to a Sonic Adventure player, there's a good chance they would not recognize it.
Yeah, I've played Sonic Adventure, and I don't know what that song was, so you were right in that. Oh, whoops.
It's like that song plays for like 30 seconds max.
Well, I guess it's a perfect file select theme then.
It's a great file select, yeah. Die, monster! You don't belong this world. Oh, that got my throat down. Wow.
That was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Oh, by the way, this course very aptly has 45-degree wall kicks. There's only 3 courses in this run that have 45-degree wall kicks. One of them was is this course.
Yeah, anything that has accent on the wall kick challenges, I added the extra angles to because it just feels nicer to play.
Yeah.
Like in general, when you have like a normal platforming, 45-degree wall kicks feel awkward. But in those particular courses where you have to just like do a bunch of sections with wall kicks, it just feels nicer. And people don't really notice it either, even though it's definitely there.
I actually didn't notice it for the V6 stage originally, until someone pointed out to me. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It had a section like that, so I wouldn't have it.
Yeah, that V6 area was nerfed quite a bit of times to make it a bit more casual friendly. Like the 1.0 version of Serene Fusion is quite a bit tougher, and it's also more painful to play, honestly. So...
Yeah, honestly, that stage would probably suck if it like didn't have the fast deaths.
Oh yeah, it will be literally like Kaizo, I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah, because like how many times I like take like one short death there, that's like 4 seconds. It should instead turn into like a 1-minute death if it weren't for the fast death warping. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, honestly, this game had the death warp in the first place just to not make it annoying to play. Like, lots of sections in this game are designed around being able to retry them indefinitely. Like, very casual, you are pretty much guaranteed to like hit quite a significant amount of those quick warps and just have to retry. I guess it's kind of an avoiding be the guy fan game style, because I kind of like that style where you can just hit the same area multiple times when you like figure out how a particular gimmick works, and I think it just generally plays better.
Yeah, as a fan of Celeste, I definitely do enjoy having like quicker restarts instead of like the classic you have like 3 lives to do everything here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing lives were eradicated like 5 years ago.
Yeah, thank God for that. It's not the arcade era anymore. We don't need those stinking lives. Nobody's gonna make money off of arcade coins anymore.
Yeah.
So just get rid of it. Yeah, by the way, you ever have those moments where it's like, oh hey, there's this like star inside a cage. And I wonder, instead of having to go around behind the cage, if I can just, you know, kind of find a way around the cage and like right into it. And that's kind of the story of the star. I just kind of realized that you can do this. Just go up, and there's part of the wall that's just not collision. And you can skip going around.
I blame Miyamoto for poor coding of that particular wall.
Damn it, Miyamoto.
How could you?
Giving Scuttlebug a bad name. Toad. Alright,
yeah, this Toad was supposed to teach the player how the walls where you can hold on work. So just a tiny tutorial section.
Well, too late for that, I guess, as we're never seeing those wall kicks again.
Gone.
It's
Anyways, it's time for Denvik area. Yeah, you have to pull up that map in order to complete this place, otherwise you're not going to be able to reach floor number 2. And you can check the legend, you can go up and down, and going on the arrows to the exit chamber is what you are supposed to do. So there's a sign that tells you to press L button to show up this map, and you just do what it says and you win.
Yeah. Starting off that stage, it tells you that like what is it, like if you just keep going up, there's a sign that says press L bro, and then yeah, it shows you the map.
It says press L to free. It's a reference to Isometer Nirvana Initiative. You should play that game, by the way. It's awesome.
I can't get over my Danganronpa disappointment, so I'm not ready for those kind of games yet.
Ah, no. Isometer is much better than Danganronpa. I can guarantee you that.
Well, I'll hold you to that, and if I get disappointed again, it's all on you.
Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
If it has another disappointing twist ending, I swear on everything that is good.
No, it has a very good ending.
I will take the 1 hour flight to Singapore and trash your house, put graffiti all over it. You will not hear the end of me. Yeah.
Now hear me out. Steins Gate is actually better than Isometer, but yeah, that's already getting into the a bit too insane part of a speedrun.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is like the last stage of the run. In case you haven't been, in case you haven't been counting the stars, there's only one star left, and it's in here. It's a medley of all the Bowser courses from I said Bowser 74. It's funny. SM74. And
it just happened to be that lots of courses from Bowser courses from Pro 74 were like in half-made stage. I couldn't really use them as they are, but I could just collect a bunch of scraps together and put them together into a real proper course. Which is also a reference to the Love is Life with Dioramas, the same creator from Super Mario 74.
Bless Lug me Lord. With 80 stars, we're coming up to the final boss. It takes a bit of time for the final boss, but good thing is that this first phase for Bowser is all static. If you stand on the right tiles, or depending on which tile you stand on, it deterministically spawns the bomb. So like if I stand here, the bomb is gonna be there on that specific tile, and I don't have to like randomly guess where the thing is going to like spawn and chase it.
Yeah, this first phase is supposed to be more of a tutorial on how this fight works. It is still a bit of challenge for the player, like to figure out that the boss is going to be on the other side where Mario is, and you need to lure the Bowser into the bomb. And that gimmick is going to be used in the second phase, a bit more, like not more. How would I say it? It's just going to be used in the second phase. And you like actually need to react, and explain that in like 10 seconds I have here to make a choice would be a bit too insane. So Bowser has 5 attacks to choose from in this second phase, and when you hit 3 bombs, Bowser dies. It's really easy. Like, any experienced player can do it first try without any problems, and that was always the intention, because yeah, retrying phase 1 of that is going to be a bit painful. It's more of a scare again move rather than it, but it's still fun to read.
Last spawn here sometimes only spawns 1 bomb, like I think it did now, so it's a bit tricky, but I can react fast enough. It's a bad spawn though, since he doesn't spawn in the center where the final star spawns for the ending.
Yeah, the bombs get more tougher and tougher. They spawn more spike thingies and stuff.
Time on the grab. Well, what was that? How badly did I beat the estimate this time, or not beat it?
Like 12 minutes only. That's not too bad. Honestly, pretty good.
107. Yeah.
Oh no, wait, more so.
I guess well, I did leave some leeway for the estimate because this credit sequence is good. It's a medley of Spirit Tracks overworld theme and what is it? Oh, what's that robot's name from Sonic Adventure?
Gamma theme.
Gamma, yeah.
But it's not the theme. It's when the lad dies. Oh, sorry, I spoiled.
Bro,
Sonic
come
Adventure.
on, dude.
How could I?
Really out here spoiling Sonic Adventure endings for us?
Surely the game is not like 20 years old at this point.
Well, I don't think no, never mind. I have beaten all the endings in Sonic Adventure. I did.
I mean, it's worth your time. I think all the stories in Sonic Adventure are pretty fun. Although some people would argue that the Sonic Adventure in general is not great. But
I love the Sonic Adventure too, and obviously Sonic Heroes. I spent like 1,000 hours speedrunning that game. So
yeah, you're crazy for doing that. I tried. That game is just doesn't feel good.
I tried
It's
it
so
on
wonky.
tried on the PC version too. That port barely works. But hey, I clocked in like 2,000 plus hours on the Sonic Heroes PC port, so
Yeah, I remember having a CD with Sonic Heroes. God damn. Back in 2004 or whatever, when we had Windows XP, gonna install that crap and play it.
oh, that's real OG.
I'm a real OG here.
OG kid. By the way, am I doing filler? Because I did beat a lot of the estimate, so
Probably need to ask Mui or Moosh.
I might have enough time for a 10-star run now that I think about it. Just shoot an easy 10-star of this game as well.
What is the second next run? It's 6:10 p.m. Is Void awake? I hope he is. And he probably wants to have an extra time actually. I don't think we should do just a run. Like, I think Tiny Torture or 10 star. I think Tiny Torture is hard enough to let Void actually start early.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess just one quick thing I'll show at the end since there is enough time. So we'll show one quick thing that I did miss at the start of the run, and it's gonna be fast since this game has hacked this. Which is cool, by the way.
Hack is a practice tool for any ROM hack out there. You can just use that to gain like L2 levitate, to level reset, timer, bunch of stuff really. It's a very convenient tool if you just want to practice your speedrun efficiently. It's a Usamune ripoff, if you know that thing.
Yeah. So the way active attack is in this,